guys? Brent here. It is time for first time in 2026, we are going to be on track tonight. This is nice. We got a practice session here at 81 Speedway. Make sure the car is good, dial it in. We got the Honda here today, so obviously that's going to be the main car for 81 Speedway. That's the most important one. We did a little bit of tweaking with the car. You guys saw we put in the radiator and did all that stuff on there. So this is going to be our chance to make sure everything's good, ready to go for the season. There's a couple things we are concerned about that came from the last race crash last year. So we want to make sure everything's good to go. The right front's a little tweaked. It's a little turned in more than we remember it being before the crash. So we're a little concerned about that, but the only way to really know for sure if it's going to affect anything is to go on track and do some laps. So that's what we are here to do today. So the plan is to go and turn some laps, get the car feeling good, and see what it is. So we're going to have some onboard footage. Last year, during the first practice, we didn't get a chance to really do much. I didn't get a chance to do much at track recording. I did some stuff on the GoPro, but you guys saw it. It was kind of that very first video when it came to us doing the racing stuff. This time we're actually going to be able to, do some almost like a racing vlog type thing. So that's going to be cool. Should be another good day. Should be a good night of racing. It's always fun at the racetrack, so can't wait. So about time to get on track. The mini stocks have already gone once, but we were just pulling into the track when the mini stocks started rolling out. We got here a little late because we were filling up the coolant on there, finishing up the oil change on the Honda. So before we left Hutch to go towards the racetrack, so we were running a little bit behind, but we're pretty much dialed in now. Hood's off. We're doing some last second checks on there, but I think we should be just about ready to go on track here pretty soon. You're not going to have the yellow 22 to rely on to watch the car this time.
Do what?
So you're not going to have the yellow 22 to have to rely on to keep track of the car this time.
Oh, yeah?
I tried to readjust our GoPro back to the way we were when the season started because I liked it. Over time, it kind of shifted more this way. Or no, it shifted more this way. And it got more in the back seat than, the passenger side window and out the driver's side window. So I tried to readjust it back to the way it was before, but it's hard just to see it just with a little preview. So I'm hoping this positioning of where I put it works tonight. I'm gonna, obviously when I go back and edit the video, I'm gonna see what it looks like, but I'm still trying to figure out what's a good way to do it because it does slightly tilt with this mount. Never been a big fan of this GoPro mount, but I've kind of just made it work for the time being. So here at some point this season, I'm planning on buying a new one, and it's gonna be a lot better one. I'll have to buy a second one anyway for the Cavalier. So, all right, got the cars ready to go. I'm all dressed up. I think we're gonna go out, turn our first laps, and see what the car feels like. See if that right front needs some attention. We know it needs a little bit of work, but we're hoping that at least we can get by with it for what it is, and that's what today's really going to test to make sure. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but get ready to head out now. We're going to turn our first laps of the 2026 season. Not quite the season, but first laps of the year. I haven't been on track. I haven't turned a lap since October, so it's going to be nice to be able to get on track just to kind of knock some rust off myself and get a feel for the car once again. So that's going to be really fun, and just you can never not have fun on a racetrack. So I'm excited. big clunking sound.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why I was going back and forth before the green flag. I was going shaking it back and forth. Every time I turn left, I hear clunk, clunk, clunk. And then it was clunking big time when I was hitting the bumps going and entering pit road. It's coming from this side. All right, just got done running the first few laps there. I don't know if it picked it up on camera, but when I was under caution and I was moving the car back and forth, make sure it feels okay, I could feel I could feel it, and I could hear a clunk, and it's making a weird clunking sound, and then it seems like it's catching then to turn left. Turning right's no problem, and it feels like I have a little more play when I turn left than it does when I turn right. So I can only imagine it's something knocked loose from the crash in October. But once we got green, I swung it in there, and it felt like it was all right. It didn't feel anything crazy or unnatural or nothing like that. So that noise is new, so it's a little cause for concern there. But the way it felt the way it felt on track during the green flag laps, it felt okay. I didn't feel anything weird or anything like that. Of course, the track's a little slicker than I'd like it to be typically. It's a little slicker than what it typically would be on the green during a race night. But I mean, it didn't feel anything too crazy, or it didn't feel like something was actively braking. So I don't know. We were gonna wait a little bit, but the mini stocks are all rolling out at once. So I think we're gonna roll out. Oh my gosh, it's all foggy. We're gonna roll out now. So we're gonna do some more laps on there. Make sure our coolant is doing good, because it seems like it sucked a lot of the coolant. We're gonna check that a little bit more. I want to confirm that that issue is consistent, and I think we might wrap it up with that here. Not much going on for racing stuff tonight. It's kind of chilly, that's why everything's all foggy. But you know, it's gonna serve its purpose tonight. Wrapped that second session. It felt okay. I mean, it's going wherever I want it to go, so that's good. It still is doing that clunking sound, which again, that's probably just a CV axle thing. So I talked to my friend Tyler Griffiths, who you guys have seen in videos before. His dad has a frame puller. He said that subframe is just so bent that it's actually popping that CV axle out of place probably, and that's what that sound is. It's causing a lot of strain on it. It'll cause a lot of problems if we just try to ignore it. So we're not going to try to ignore it. I'm going to leave it at his house. He lives here in the Wichita area. I'm going to leave the car at his house tonight, so they can go and get that subframe pulled a little bit, get that thing straightened back out, just more so than it is now. It's not going to be perfect. It's kinked. It's been through hell and back at this point. So the plan is to go and get that straightened up a little more than it is now, to try to get that, you know, in a little bit better position, so we're not going to be fighting it. But the good news is, when I was out there on track, if I turn it, it turns no problem. You know, it feels like I'm not fighting it or nothing. It's wanting to go wherever I tell it to go. You know, it's not drifting up the track, or it's not trying to cut left or anything like that. It feels good. So that's great about it. That's good. You know, the coolant seems like it's sucking up fine. It's taking the correct amount that it needed to after putting that new radiator in there. So we're good there. I just think it's that subframe issue and that subframe issue and that weird camber thing that's causing all of our problems. But that's why we're here. So I don't know if we're going to go out anymore. That was our second run out there. I think we probably did maybe 5 to 10 laps or so, and it felt fine. I mean, it felt quick enough. You know, it didn't feel like it was braking or anything like that. So I'm happy with that. So if we don't go out anymore tonight, then I'm perfectly content with it. I think it's perfectly fine. We're going to leave the car here at my friend Tyler's house. We're going to get that frame pulled a little bit, and then we should be ready to go for the season. We got a little bit over a month before the season actually starts. So a little over a month before the season actually starts. So we have some time to get that issue straightened out. The only problem is, I was kind of hoping to be done with this car by now, so we could put our focus on the Cavalier and get that ready for the IMCA stuff we're doing this year. Luckily, that car is at my dad's house, where he's got all the parts and stuff, so we can get that car started and get that car, you know, for the most part, dialed in as well. I just don't know if it's going to be ready in time for the practice session next week, which I was hoping to do. So if we don't, then it is what it is. The Honda is the priority car, because that's the car we're running for points. The Cavalier is just more of like for fun. So for fun, and that's also the backup car. So if something were to happen to the Honda at 81 Speedway, we could run the remainder of the 81 Speedway races in that car. So it's not the absolute most important thing to get that car dialed in, is what I'm trying to say. So but in terms of on-track stuff tonight, I don't know if we're done yet. I'm leaning more towards we are done tonight. But I'm going to try to get some little more footage and stuff in here, try to make this video a little bit more worthwhile for you guys, because I feel like this video is pretty short, especially with the GoPro not recording for some reason on the second one. It said it was 75% battery. I went and started recording, got in, and as I was getting in, I heard it stop recording. So of course I didn't get any in-car footage for that second run, so I asked my dad to record, and hopefully I can get that footage and I can splice it into this video so we have something from the second run. We went and watched a couple sessions there, we didn't run any more laps after that second run. I didn't think I was going to. Don't really need to. And I think we decided that we were going to be done for the night. So we're going to load her up while we have some light, get this wrapped up and call it a night. We don't want to keep going out there and run pointless laps when we kind of already have an idea of what the car feels like, which is the point of tonight. I don't want to go out there with more laps and risk hurting something on that right front. So we're gonna go get that subframe straightened, and then hopefully next week we'll have, you know, we'll be able to turn some laps. But if not, then it is what it is. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. We're gonna get this car, we're gonna get it put away. We're going to get it put away, get it dropped off over at Tyler's, and then go home and relax. So call it an early night. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep sticking around. 2026 is right around the corner. right around the corner for a brand new season. So it should be a lot of fun. Can't wait to go and try to race for a championship out here at 81 Speedway again this year. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.